Hello everybody, today we're going to be talking about Janner Wingfeather, because what else is there to talk about? So actually, I'm going to be talking about Janner's first instinct to think about himself. Now, all of you are probably like, what? I'll explain. So throughout the series, when Janner is faced with adversity, if you pay attention, his first thought is typically, what about myself? How can I get out of this? What's going on? That thought is there for a split second. For example, when Janner and Kalmar are in Throg in Book 4 and Janner's standing in line to be fanged, he's sitting there and he's like, what if I did just become a fang? Wouldn't that just be easier for myself? Like, I could just be a fang. Snaps out of it immediately and is like, whoa, what am I talking about? Book 1, when he and Cal are in Ankle Jelly Manor, he's like, I could literally just slip away right now. I could just leave Kalmar by himself. He's like, wait a second, what am I thinking? In Book 3, when Janner and Kalmar are getting bullied, responsibility. I'm tired of what I have to do. Immediately snaps out of it. Now you guys are probably like, Veronica, why are you making a video to diss on Janner? I'm not dissing on Janner. In fact, I'm doing the opposite. Notice how after every single one of my sentences I said, he snaps out of it? Because it takes Janner all of 1.2 seconds to realize that he's being an idiot. You really imagine Janner Wingfeather in Book 4 going through with becoming a fang and leaving Kalmar by himself? Absolutely not. Which is why it's so beautiful and such an intricate way to incorporate writing into this. The fact that Janner, who is the protector of the king, has moments where he is only thinking about himself, it's amazing. I mean, it's relatable for all of us because let's be so honest, a lot of the times we're just thinking about ourselves. And you know what? Janner's relatable in that aspect. Believe it or not, it's the opposite for Kalmar. His first instinct is actually the people around him, his family and friends. His last instinct tends to be about himself, and not in the way you think. Kalmar's last instinct is the opposite of Janner's last instinct. Kalmar's instinct about himself, he usually acts on. Janner's instinct about himself, he usually doesn't act on. The correlation? For example, Kalmar becoming a fang. That was actually one of his last thought processes. He thought about his family and friends first. He thought about his kingship first. That was his last instinct to become a fang. Janner, on the other hand, when he's standing in line at Throg, he's like, what if I become a fang? Then he thinks about his friends and family. This kind of intricate parallel is such a perfect way to describe the bond and how much they think like each other in parallel opposite ways. It's peak cinema. That's why I think it's so important that the show keeps Janner's selfishness, because he evolves from that into the character that he was at the end of Book 4. Next time you're sitting there thinking, oh, Janner's perfect, look again. He's actually one of the most selfish characters, but he overcomes that through being a throne warden. Oh, it's so great. Amazing.